Greetings, anime ads, cartoon fanatics. This is Cole Urlau, and this is my thoughts on the first episode of Komi Can't Communicate. And oh boy, this is going to be a special one. Now, let me explain something to everyone that may be coming into this and thinking, oh, this is a reaction video. Not exactly, because I've actually watched this first episode already. But the main purpose of what I want to do here is not just do a reaction or whatever, though you will see me reacting again, because, oh boy, is there a lot of good things to react to in this first episode. I just wanted to give my little thoughts on, as someone who has read the manga, who is excited for this anime to finally come out and to see it, and basically explain to you why this is so perfect. Why did my headphone thing just fail? Yeah, so anyway, we'll just get into it. Funny thing is that because this anime is coming out exclusively on Netflix, right now currently it's on in Japan only. A few weeks later it's going to be premiering on Netflix in America and outside of Japan as well. But because of that, normally when that happens, you won't see it available on your typical bootleg sites or whatnot. However, what we're going to watch right now is a non-English translation, which has got subtitles for, I'm not sure which languages is it. What's really not important right now is what they're saying. I'll explain a few key moments and stuff. And also, I will try my best. Manga readers are notorious for spoiling stuff. I'll try my best to explain things and stuff without spoiling stuff. No guarantee. Let's watch that again. So, let me explain this to you folks. This is my second time in this year to experience watching an anime after having read the manga. The first one was Don't Toy With Me Nagatoro. And the funny thing is, both of them do something that I was just not expecting when watching the first episode. Don't Toy With Me Nagatoro is a comedy type of show. So when you first go into the show, you're not expecting it to be dramatic or, have this just kind of emotion to it. First few scenes of Don't Toy With Me Nagatoro is kind of really atmospheric and warm colors and just looks real pleasant. It's as if the people who made Komi Can't Communicate anime saw that and goes, hold on, we can do it better. And all it is this animation of this little girl singing happily, walking down the street. The emotions in her hair and everything is just so perfect. And she's not even a significant character. I don't think this is going to be anybody we see later in the show at all. There's so much detail in the lighting, and the background characters are actually well animated themselves. They're not. I mean, I may see some examples that I've missed, but I don't really ever see a moment where any background character is just static. They do that a lot in anime, where they only focus on the main characters moving, while everyone else in the background is just kind of in place, never moving, and just the music and everything, and just this. Such a serene and you're just entranced by this moment. Like, I see moments like this and I'm like, this is a show? This is not a movie? This is like movie level production here. And I've never seen anything this crisp and good in an anime show before. I probably shouldn't have paused like that, but the thing you're going to notice that I've noticed is just the use of sound is so good in this. It's just the use of camera angles, and just they make every point of this first episode have such weight and meaning to it, and just like stunning. Like, you don't see camera angles like this that often, and you don't see it with that kind of lighting coming from the side there. It's just nuts. Okay. When I first watched this, which by the way, there's a the first 2 minutes are available on YouTube. Because for some reason, I guess if you upload your video with poor quality, the bots won't pick it up, I guess. But they did that. And when I came to this moment, I laughed so hard at that boom mic. And then I was just like, well, wait a minute. Did that actually happen in the manga? And if you look at the manga page, yeah, that boom mic is there. It's just that, like, of course, the quality I'm going to show you is probably going to look crisp and clear. But in the manga that I have physically, it's the pages are so dark, I didn't even notice the boom mic. Another detail showing how much these animators and the creators of this anime love the manga. They did this so well. See, in the manga, they don't have any indication of her like running really quickly up there, so I love that little detail. See, all she did was go up and write her name because she can't talk. The little flares they do compared to the manga, because you don't really... See, that's what I love about anime a lot more than manga, is that animation allows you to express things better and just you feel the pace of everything correctly. Oh, there's Najimi, kind of covered by the purple confetti there. I love the fact that you can still see the confetti on everybody. That's a little detail I love. See, that's another detail that about Tanano that's really interesting in his manga is that the whole kind of theme going on in Komi Can't Communicate is not just the fact that Komi can't communicate and she's shy. And which, by the way, I want to bring this up. A friend of mine works in communication disorder. That's not exactly the correct term. I'm sorry. I'm if she's watching this, I'm so sorry. I listen to her talk about her job so much, and she graduated with a master's, I believe. So she knows what she's talking about. She immediately got a job working with children for her job, so she knows what she's talking about. But it's going to be mentioned, or it's said somewhere in translation that he says. The Tanado says that Komi has communication disorder. She does not. This is not communication disorder in any regard. She is just an extremely anxiety-ridden, shy girl, and because of that, she cannot express. She's too shy to talk. That's not communication disorder. That's not how that works. But the thing about Komi Can't Communicate is not just about the fact that she can't communicate. It's also about the fact that no one else in her class, besides Tanado, can pick up on that no one can read context clues or read people well. And Tanado is as simple as he thinks of himself, and as simple as everyone else says he's just a simple, normal dude. He does have amazing ability of just picking up stuff. He can read like you saw there. He can read the room. He can, but people just assume that he can't. I actually plan cosplaying as him if I can find all the parts. I can't find the shoes in my size at all, though. That's the problem. Just this simple moment too. This is a really simple moment. But the weight of the music and everything here, just like, and then this, they just went with a meme. They just screw it. Let's do the meme. Alright, so this was a thing I was kind of worried about, and when Komi Can't Communicate was announced and everything, especially when they announced who the voice actors was going to be for her. I was really worried how they were going to do that, because my whole thing is the fact that in the manga, she really never actually talks. I mean, eventually, I'm not going to go into spoilers there, but like for this bit here, you know, for first volume and everything, like she really can't talk, and she only can, you know, give like little sound cues, whatever, of her trying to talk, but she can't. So it's a big deal about anyone can hear her. And I was afraid when they do certain parts, they'll have her like inner dialogue being spoken and whatnot. But I forgot that technically we do, or at least Tanto hears her speak. And this is when he's like passed out and he's waking up. And I love the fact that they keep her so quiet, and like if you jack the volume up, yeah, you can hear her just plainly, but they do it quiet enough and subtle enough where it feels like it's not robbing us of the mystery of her voice. I want to point out how wonderful what we're about to see is, because yeah, there is kind of a sporadic moment that happens in manga like this. It kind of does happen the way it shows, but the detail they put into this is freaking remarkable. It is so well done. And see, what I love about this is in the manga panel, when she's starting to run off and he's thinking about, you know, he's got to do something, he's got to correct this or whatnot. You do see just a picture of him, and you see all these images of the past panels and stuff behind him. The way they pull this off here is so interesting. It's like the windows is where all the manga panels are and everything, and just how visually interesting it is. And then there's that moment just that was pressed me in the preview we saw. It was just such wait, and here it comes, my favorite moment. Ah, it's so good. The sheer weight, and not just emotional, just the weight in her feet of how she just stops right there, just doesn't cross, just it's just so good. Oh yeah, I probably should explain what he said there. Sorry, so caught up. He says, "Hey, do you have trouble communicating? You know." Also, someone who may look into communication or disorder, I forget if there's a term for this, may look at that part and go, "Oh, that's communication disorder." They about constant repeating stuff, because there's communication disorders like that. That's not what that is. She's just stuttering. Okay, now here comes the part. I watched several times that first 10 minutes, several times. Then we got this point, and I was so worried how they were going to do this, because to me, what I was worried about is there's another show that kind of does the same thing where a girl only speaks through writing. It's a Sinew Girl. But every time she like shows off what her running is, you hear audibly her speaking out what she's saying. And like I said, it's a big deal about people not hearing what her voice sounds like, about the mystery of what she sounds like. And I was so worried how they're going to do it. So I kind of got lost there. So basically she can't speak. So he's like, well, you were able to write your name. Okay, let's talk to me this way. Just write it on the chalkboard. And you can see we never hear her audibly, audible. We have forced to have to read what she says. Of course, I don't remember what exactly it said is when and where, but that's kind of the beauty here is the music does it for me. Like, you can tell something is important there, or there's important, like, shift in tone. Oh yeah. Okay, I know what happened there. She mentions about her face. She gets nervous and she freezes up, and he's like remembering. Oh, that's what all those moments were. I'm not gonna show. I'm gonna try to cut around this, but I want y'all to go see this for yourselves. This little joke that happens from this, but yeah, I just want to say the way they did this is so good for this little joke. That's gonna like what gets me so much about this is that she writes a lot, and in the manga panels, you see this chalkboard shot of everything she's writing, and the struggle she's had to deal with not being able to communicate. But I love how they did this, where they make it so visually interesting by just showing these shots as the words are just up, and all you hear is her writing. You don't hear her audibly at all, and I love that they did that. I love that they did that. So much love, and that little detail there of just visually seeing the chalk fall when it's expressing that some moment's supposed to be sad, which there's kind of a joke in there coming up. Like you can't, for a second, you can't tell if what happened just fell there was chalk bits or tears. I love that detail. And music's so good too. Okay, so I literally just read the manga again before doing this video, and I kind of remember what she says here, and just she talks about such a struggle here. It's so emotional, and again, I'm going to cut it, but there's a joke that ends in all this, and but it's so flippin' funny. It really is. But they also do a good job of expressing that this has such weight here. And there's moments like this is just so good. It's just, there's not even music there. It's just silence. And the anime understands how powerful sometimes visually showing things is. It just, the kind of show don't tell type of thing. Like it's masterful. And how much this scene affected me in the manga was so powerful to me. Just such a sweet, tender thing. And the way they are putting so much weight and just like letting it, slowly build and stuff here is so good. I can't help but get teary-eyed over it. And this is where I hate using this term because there's so many a-holes on the internet who use this for people doing horrible things, but this moment is why people say Tanado is a Chad and he doesn't know he's a Chad, because it's such a simple thing where he makes a connection here by writing as well, like meeting her at her level. Sorry. It's so good. See, here's the thing, what we're about to see. When they start writing to each other on the chalkboard, we see little bits and pieces. And then the reveal when you turn the page and see a 2-page spread of one image of everything they've written to each other on the chalkboard. That kind of emotional feeling of going from panels to a 2-page spread of something, it always has this big impact, especially with what's going on here. And I was thinking, how are they going to do it here? How can you possibly do that in a visual form like this? And I can't remember where it is here. Oh, also I know you don't typically see like I guess chalk flakes like this don't really happen like this. You could probably argue this isn't realistic in how chalk works, but the way this reflects to the flower petals at the opening scene, I just love. Like soccer petals. And to my question how they do this moment is just animate the hell out of it. So good. And of course, like I said, I don't know how well this is going to affect people who've never read the manga and watching this, and when they try to translate everything they say on screen, especially how fast it's going. I don't know how well that's going to work. And that's what bothers me so much, is how people are going to take this if they are coming in first timers, never knowing anything about Komi and can't communicate. Also, the way here, because like they do have an expression, and the way they do it here is so good. But what she just said was, "I want my goal is to make 100 friends. Please don't laugh." And he goes, "Well, let me be your friend and help you make the other 99." That shot so good. Showing all the visual cues and stuff, like her hand tensing up and all that. So good. And she says, I'm glad to have you, or something like that. I don't know. It's, yeah, she basically thanks them for, and boom. Quick turn and leave. Then we get the opening, which, by the way, I freaking love this opening. What I love here is Najumi's little steps here. Yeah, right on beat there. It's just so cute. And the other thing I love, which is kind of spoilers, there's a moment where she makes her first friend after Tanado. And she does a little hop of joy, and they kind of reference it here. It's so cute. Now, what's weird to me is that there's like so much after credits things here. Now, here's something I don't get. I don't know what's being said here, but I don't know what's happening here. I have no idea what's going on here, but the animation is so good. Just look at this. Look at this. Just why are they going so hard? I mean, I understand why they're going so hard, because it's Komi and it deserves this. But my God, look at that. That is the first episode of Komi Can't Communicate, and I love it. It is so perfect. I don't understand how perfect this is. I have no idea how much of this I can show on YouTube. I'm gonna cut this as much as possible, try to get it where the bots won't pick it up, because I know they're gonna try so hard to prevent this, and I'm not here trying to show you the entire episode. I'm not here to be a replacement, because I think it's October 16th. It's like a week or 2 weeks later after, but it's going to be actually done weekly on Netflix. And if you have Netflix, please go check the show out, because it needs eyes on it. It's going to have plenty of eyes on it, but I implore you to give this a try. Even pick up the manga if you can. Well, that's all I got to say, folks. I don't think I'll be doing this for every episode because of, like I said, doing this is risky, and I don't want to do the entire thing. But yeah, so far, this seems like it's going to be a 5 out of 5 show. But thanks for watching, folks, and as always, stay animated.